Welcome to a new series of whatever these things are, videos. I'm going to be doing a little bit of solo game playing. So, first game up is Pathfinder adventure card game, which is an offsprout of D&D 3.5, and they had an open games license. These Pathfinder chappies started doing some of their own content and then just decided to take the game and run with it. So when D&D moved on to 4th ed, they stayed in 3.5 and are still in 3.5, I believe. Although they have had a new edition released. So this is an adventure card game. It's kind of like D&D light. You've got a little bit of role playing. It's a card game, so I like the fact it's a card game. You can play solo. You can play up to probably about 4 players, I think, realistically. I played a little bit 2-player with one of my kids. I'm going to be solo playing tonight, but with 2 characters, because that's probably the best way to do it. You can play as many characters as you want solo on this, and it takes away the biggest hassle of the game, which is building all the little decks you have to build for each location, and the kind of keeping track of your little character decks. So it does a lot of the legwork for you, which is why it's quite a cool game. It didn't cost me very much. It was on Steam. So let's get going. We're going to be playing the first adventure, and then I might record some more later, and then we'll see how they get on. If people like them, I'll do more. No one's bothered. Maybe I won't, but I'm not really doing it for anybody but myself. So as long as I'm happy with it, then jobs are good. Okay, so let's get in there. We're going to do Rise of the Rune Lords, which is the first set that they ever did. We're not going to use one of these ones. We're going to do a new one. I wonder if it's going to let me. If it's going to know that I've already used characters. So we're going to add a character, create new character. Yeah, she's pretty good. If I'm going to do 2 players, I'm going to use this girl as one, and then I'll worry about the other one later. So we'll have Mizriel, who's an elf. You know I love elves. I'm a rogue, but she's very good. She's very good on her own. So that's why we're going for her. Mizriel 2 seems a bit lame, but that's what she's going to be called. And then we're going to have one more character. We are going to have a cleric, sorcerer. I mean, he's pretty good at chopping stuff down, this fella. Maybe he could do the chopping down and she could do the other stuff. I'm not going to have much divine stuff, am I, though? He's pretty good at charisma. Diplomacy. Okay, what's the worst that can happen? The early ones are pretty easy anyway, so let's go for this pair here. Valerios and Miriziel. Okay, and then we'll kick off. So how the game works is you have a hand which is 15 cards for each character, and that's your life total, and you have effectively 30 turns in order to complete the mission. And that's based on a kind of blessing deck in real life, but on here it's just kind of, it works more like a counter on here, because yeah, in real life you have to use a counter, and the counter are the blessing deck. So it's called Brigandoom, and we're going to beat this villain called Jubriel Vihiski. The henchmen are bandits, so each location will either have the bad guy or one of his henchmen, and you have to find him, close down the other locations, and then beat him. If a monster's power calls you to recharge one of your cards to do so, then you may recharge. Then you may draw the number of cards you recharge. Lots of this stuff will make sense when we're playing the game, so I won't worry too much. And at the end, we get at the end of the scenario, we get a random item, and then when we've done all 3 of these adventures here, the Poison Pill and Black Fang's Dungeon, we get a skill feat. So hopefully it won't prove too difficult. And then we'll click through these things here. You might even be able to hear them. I haven't got my headphones on. I know that the audio is running, and I'm just talking over the top of it. Okay. Okie dokie. Maybe we should skip through these, but I've gone quite far through it now, so maybe I will just. If you want to read it, you can read it. I'm not going to read it to you, and I think there's a little bit about the. All right, here we go. During this scenario of monster quality, yep, it's already said that at the beginning. I read it on the thing. Here's the bad guy, Jubriel Vizhiski. Recharge 2 cards. His combat's 10, which isn't that big. These bandits are 8. And we have to recharge a card. Recharging is not that bad, actually. All you do is you take a card from your hand, which is normally 4 or 5, and you put it in the bottom of your deck. Right, so let's make sure we don't do anything stupid like put somebody in a place what we can't close because they don't have the ability to. So, can we look at the view the party? So, let's have a look what we need to do. Succeed or wisdom or survival at 6 for this location here. So who can do that? Wisdom. It's going to be after this girl, isn't it? D6 though. That's not exactly a good start, is it? We need a D6. We've got to get a 6. We might be able to do something like that later. Random monster, you can go and kill that. That's your job, isn't it? Random monster, stealth or stealth, sorry. Succeed at dexterity or stealth. So she can definitely do that. Right, let's kick off. Let's see how we get on. That's fine. So every turn you get to move, you get to draw a card, you get to do an encounter. And we have 30 turns to complete. Some things can make you lose some of those turns as like a punishment for doing things badly or not getting things right. Anyway, so first up, we're at the wooden bridge. You may discard 2 cards to evade an encounter. Well, she's got a built-in one. She can evade whatever she wants. And to close it, we need to do a dex or stealth check. And then when closed, you may end your turn here. You may bury a card from your hand and recharge it. Okay, we'll worry about that later. So, ambush. So we've got to win here. This is basically how the game works. We've got to, in order to get rid of this ambush, we've got to pass a wisdom, perception, dexterity, or acrobatics check at 9. And then it'll say what happens if you don't do it, what happens if you do, and any bonuses for doing it. Now we're rolling for acrobatics D12, which is pretty good. I mean, it doesn't get any better than D12 in this particular game, and we get +2, so it's giving us a 50% chance. We can also use our cards to kind of boost that. Blessings generally just give you an extra dice. The Thieves tools will allow us to use something different, maybe. Extra 1 dice to discard this, and the burglar here. Recharge this to add 1d10 to a disable or stealth check. Now we are using acrobatics. We can change what we're using, and it tells you here what dice you roll and what bonuses you've got to it. But at the moment, our best dice is acrobatics on D12 +2. But I'm pretty sure none of these things down here are affecting acrobatics, apart from the blessings, which affect everything. So this one here. It's a stealth, right? Disable check. Oh, that's a disable check, isn't it? So we should be able to add that. So we should be able to recharge this or discard this, and that's moved us. Well, that's worse, isn't it? So let's not do that. At least on this game, unless you take it back. And I don't really want to use a blessing, but I do need to get rid of this. 50% chance. This guy here can do something, but it is only just chuck in a blessing. So you can chuck in a card from another location for each character, but generally with this chap it's only blessings. So we'll just have a look at what happens if you put this guy in. We discard this. Yeah, it takes us back. So we'll just have to roll and hope we get, yeah, we got more than the 7 we needed, so that gets destroyed. And I think that card allowed us to explore again, so we'll explore, which means draw another card. There's a crow. Richard, this is like an ally that we can grab along to help us out. I'm just going to use my normal dice here, and we failed. It wasn't worth wasting a blessing for. At the end of each scenario, you have to make your deck legal again by basically having the same type of cards in the same orders, in the same amounts as when you start the first game. So stuff kind of joins you for an adventure, and then you have to kind of trim it all back down. But we'll do that at the end. Bunker tea. Farmhouse, right? So defeat a monster, right? Whatever. When unlikely discarded, bury it instead. Bury means you can't use it again for that scenario, and there is a banish, which means it goes. Oh fuck! So flip. This is the bad guy. So the first card this guy's got is the bad guy. Normally I'd try and... We're going to have to fight him anyway, but normally you could try and close the other locations so we can't flee. But we haven't closed any locations. We've only got 2 characters. So basically what will happen here will give me... Do you want to close some locations? And I'm not going to bother. Because you can go anywhere. There's nothing I can do about it. So you'll see here. So I can close the location here with my thief on it. But I can't close these other 2. So it isn't really worth worrying about. Although this only takes... I could try and do this one because it only takes a stealth check. So let's try and close this location here where my thief is. And then he will go to one of the other ones. Yes. So let's try and get this. We fail anyway. Oh well, big deal. So you can go anywhere. And now we've finished closing. And now my guy's going to try and beat him up. Which he should realistically be able to do. So before you recharge 2 cards, so I'll recharge this card and this card, and then we will try and beat him up. Ooh, that's not very good, is that? So let's well, I haven't to reveal this because it's 80%. She can probably throw in a blessing, but I'm not that worried about. I do want to beat him, obviously. So that gives us 81%, so 4 out of 5 chance. And we got him. But now normally that would be really good, but this early in the adventure he's just going to go and live somewhere else. But we do get to close the location we're at, so it's not nothing. And that was on the very first shot of the game for the our fighter fella here. So now he will get a chance at closing that location. Oh, it's that location already gone. I thought he had to close it, but it looks like it might have already gone. So we're back with the thief. She's got a bandit, right? Okay. Okay. I think these were the other bad guys, the kind of henchmen. So you got one really bad guy, and you got henchmen in every other location. I think these are the henchmen. So we can fight him or we can run away. It won't be particularly easy to fight him, even though it's only an 8, because we don't really have much fighting and we haven't got a weapon yet. So I may evade this encounter, and then what would the... Let me have a look if I can look at a character. Can we view character F1? Right. Come on, F1. I don't know. I can see the character one here. Right. Okay. Let's see what happens if we fight. Recharge 1. We will recharge these tools. So as I said, a 12% chance, like 1 in 8. That's not great, is it? But we can recharge a card. As we're meant to be fighting alone, we can recharge a card to add 1d6. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to recharge a blessing, and that goes to the bottom of the deck. Now we've got 50-50. We will. What's our blessing of the round? We can copy this. So we'll just use it as a regular blessing. That gives us 9 in 10 chance. Oh god damn it! So we lost. We now take 1 damage. Now 1 damage means lose a card because your hand. Your deck of 15 cards is your life. So I'm going to use this armor and hopefully recharge it, which means put it at the bottom of the deck again to get rid of that 1 damage. But that wasn't very successful, was it? And he goes back and shuffles in. Hopefully we'll have a weapon by the time we next see him. So now we're going to redraw and we're going to dart. At least that's a weapon. Right, okay, so our fighter managed to finish off the farmhouse. So the bad guy could be in any of these 3 locations. She has to work alone, so what's the next location here? Survival or wisdom check. Defeat a bandit, so we're going here to do what he's good at. Right, so the first card is a skeleton, so we use this. I'm surprised how often you don't with these. When using a weapon, spread one from. Okay, right. Some of the bandit. Right, there's nothing else we can do here, so we're just going to push on. And now she's going to destroy. We've got a bugbear 10. Right, hopefully this dart's going to do some good. To use with it, if you would, you may discount it. Okay, so we're going to reveal this. And we're also going to use our sneak attack, and we are going to recharge this blessing, and that gives us 3/4 chance. Okay, we got a kill, that's good. Let's see what we can do here. The Brigandoom, succeed a death or stealth check, dex or stealth. And let's have a look. Oh, we tried to do that and couldn't get into the character sheet, didn't we? Which is annoying. So I might keep him. Because in order to get that check at the end. Right. And see, it just flows backwards and forwards between the two characters. And most of the time what you do is relatively straightforward. It takes a little bit more time when you do it in the flesh. Nothing we can do here, so we just push on. And your turn counter here is down to 23 turns left. Before you act, Goblin deals 1 damage to you. Well, it's going to deal 1 damage to me then. And we are going to get, what's a glibbliness? What's this? Manage this card. So we can discard that. So we get a 9. So we reveal this. We charge our burglar. And hopefully 81% is enough. And it is. Right, well, if we're still not going to waste him to explore on, I'm going to try and keep him. Okay. We're pretty good at grabbing stuff, so he'll be useful to us. If nothing else, I'm going to stick him straight in and explore now, because that gives us effectively another turn. Blessings. Grabbed a blessing. This guy doesn't have many blessings, but I'm going to discard it to explore again. Treasure map. Ooh, very little chance of getting this. This is going to be chucking a blessing. No, it's not happening, so we'll just let this happen. If undefeated, you may banish this barrier. I will banish it because I'm not worried about the treasure map at the moment. I want to get rid of it and get on with the scenario. So nothing else we can do here. Move on. If undefeated, shuffle the top card of your blessing deck into your location deck. Makes it obviously harder to beat your location deck because it's bigger now. So we will recharge this and we will reveal this, and again 81%. Six left. Do we find in one more of the henchmen, and then we can trap the bad guy? Nope. Okay, down to 20, so a third of our turns are gone. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? So I'll get rid of this dagger. The burglar stole my dagger, goddamn him. Archer. We do lose a little bit of ranged weaponry, so that's not. It wouldn't be terrible. Do we have to get rid of this? No, so. It's funny. I'm humming, and I'll be humming completely out of bloody tune with I haven't got the headphones on, so I don't know what the music's playing. I'll stop doing that, haven't I? Just went straight in then. Was that an auto success, or was that just something that happened? Oh, you automatically acquire it. Brilliant. Well, I'll automatically get rid of it and explore again. Oh, that looks nice. Magic leather armor. It sounds very good for a rogue. 83% is about as good as we can get. So that's good. Let's keep going. Go on, why not? Right, we're in a reasonable position here, I think. So let's give him a thwack like this. It's quite tough, isn't he? It's a 10. 10 because she can't chuck in any in. So let us ditch the short sword. There's two things you can do. You can reveal to get a bonus, and you can discard to get more bonus. So that's what we'll do. But obviously means you're kind of using up part of your life. Right, so we have an ability to recharge this, so we will do this. I'll put it at the bottom of my deck instead of discarding it. Right, so 2 left. Oh, here's the bandit. Okay, very good. Before we recharge 1, so we will recharge the dagger. And we will... What do these fellas do? Banish this card to evade a monster you encounter as high as this 14. Banish this card. Okay, but we're going to use this, and we're going to reveal this, and we're going to use this. And we'll chuck in these to put them on the bottom. That should be good enough. Now comes the... Yes, we want to close the location. I think we were saving him, weren't we, for this? Only just, Jesus. We should run away again. Right, so now we're gonna... We've almost got him pinned, I think. When close, you may... When you may end your turn here, you may bury a card from your hand to recharge a card. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Oh, these are good. If we can get these, you get D4 new weapons for the big boy. But he's got nothing that's going to help him, so... Nope. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And then the thief goes to the last available place. Oh no, it's not. We're not finished. There's still something in there. Oh, I'm sure we managed to close this, didn't we? Oh, that's why we couldn't do it. God damn, he was here. So I'm just going to evade him. I'm not going to bother closing anything because I'm just going to evade him and leave him here, so I know where he is now. So we basically trapped him here. He's the last card in the wooden bridge, and I can run away. So that's good. We know where he is. When everything else is done, we can come over and finish him. Well, what the big boy will. Valerios, or whatever his name is. The difficulty is by the number before you perceive or discard a card. Well, I've got absolutely no chance of winning a... What's that? A Perception 8 or Wisdom 8, because I think I rolled D4. Yes, D4. So forget about it. Forget about it. I will discard Wooden Shield. Fight him, so use the mace. Okay, that's the best we can do. 3/4 roughly. And now I'm gonna have to go to here and do a wisdom or survival check. Hopefully she can manage it. Pit trap. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be able to do these. Always goes backwards when I take it because I think it's using the wrong test, isn't it? So if I evade, it gets. I think I'm pretty sure it gets shuffled back in. Is that going to really help us? Disable. Wisdom perception disable. I managed to get in there. Wisdom. Oh, let's go. Damn it. Stingy. Oh, hang on. Maybe we can get around that with this. Recharge this to reduce the damage by 1, so that's better. So let's do that. No, we'll get rid of this. One of these tools. One of these. It goes back in the deck. God damn it. Right, well, it's got to be the bandit, hasn't it? Recharge 1. I'll recharge the wooden shield. And then we'll give him a slap. So we'll use this to reduce the damage to 1. We know he's the last card. How irritating. 1 using a weapon, subtract 1 for each die rolled. I think that's where it's going wrong, isn't it? Oh, it's a good job we're not fighting the big bad guy here. So that she can do her work. So we got a zombie. And that's not enough. So let's add these. We're having a bit of a mare. Right, so is this the... Do we have to get rid of it if we reroll? We are going to reroll, obviously, but I think this means that's gone, yeah. But at least it did its job. I don't think we can afford to push on because we don't have a weapon, so I need to try and draw a weapon now, hopefully. Oh dear, it's going to get stingy for her. Right, here we go again. Let's get this fellow done. So we will commit this longsword. We've got to recharge first. And then we are going to... We're going to put in a weapon here and we're going to get the extra from it. I've got to discard a card. So... well, that must be an ability for him with the weapons. I'm going to recharge that. I want to close this. I have to recharge. So recharge. Blessing. Summon, recharge it again. I had to summon and defeat another guy to close the thing. Right, discard a card, so I'm going to discard this and draw back up. Right. Damn it. Damn it, Janet. So we've got no chance of success at the moment. If we use this, I still don't think we've got any chance of success. 43%. Or we can just evade. So evade instead. What I will try and do is just complete. I'll send this fighter over to go and fight the bad guy and just try and close this and let him kill the bad guy in the other location. So we know the bad guy is here in Wooden Bridge. So I'm going to send the fighter to the Wooden Bridge, draw the bad guy out here, and then hopefully the thief can close the other location and we can win. So we'll try and close this location. We got to get, yes please. Right, so that's not exactly great, is it? 16% chance. So let's discard this. We've got 72% chance. Any better on anything else? Of course, not exactly the same. Right, here we go. Only just. Okay, so now we've got him here. We've trapped him in. All we got to do is get him done, get him deaded. Before you recharge 2 cards, so I will recharge Night's Watch and this Mattock, and then we should have enough firepower if we get rid of this and add this, and there we go. 99%. It's how you want to finish the scenario, with 99% chance of winning. Job's a good one. I yield. Ain't been paid enough to get killed over Vinder's Hall. And then you get some back and forth. Telling you won't help me live to a ripe old age. Better just take me to Sheriff Hemlock. Cheers. The victory. Now we got to get whatever, all this gold and stuff. I think it's to buy kind of things that aren't really in the card game. We get a scenario bonus, which is like an item, or there he is. All right, so a holy candle, and he gets one as well. And then we got to rebuild the decks, and then that's the end of the scenario. Okay, so as I said at the beginning, you can see it much better now. So for the thief, she has two weapons, 0 spells, 1 armor. There's a maximum 6 items, 2 allies, and 4 blessings. At the moment she's over, so we need to ditch them. So let's have a look at the new stuff, see if there's any good. The holy candle, what does that do? Banish this card and to shuffle. Add 1 6 random cards, a blessing discard into the blessing. Banish this card to shuffle 1 random cards, blessing discard into the blessings deck. I think that buys us more time, doesn't it? The blessing discard pile is the thing you can't really see very well here. It's the 30 timer that counts down. It's actually cards in the card game, blessing cards, and when it runs out, and there are things that can make you lose more. So I think that sounds like a good item. I think we're going to keep that. So let's have a look at the items. That's not the items. The items are here, and we're going to get rid of summing. Let's get rid of one of our thieves tools. So we drag it down here. Stupidly, the game only allows you to have, like, what's that, a stash? But it only allows you to have a stash of 10. So that's really irritating. We'll obviously take the magic armor over the regular armor, and as for the blessings, it doesn't make any difference at all generic blessings. So now we've rebuilt this deck, and we can move forward. Here we got a different blessing, so we might keep this. Discard to add 1 in check to a non-combat dex check. Okay, fine. We'll keep that one because it gives us a bit of variety. We've got 3 items. What's this one do? Well, that's quite nice. Potion of energy resistance. Let's see the stealth check. Get rid of this. Allies, Night's Watch. We've got 2 Night's Watch. We'll just keep that in here. And you can actually move them out for the ones in your basic stash. We've already said we're keeping this one. So that's perfect. Right, now it's going to make me do something with my stash, which is really irritating. It only allows you to have 10 items in your stash, and then gives you coins for it or whatever. So we'll get rid of these kind of generic stuff. Try and keep anything remotely more interesting. Still got to get rid of something. I want to get rid of a dagger +1 of it. I might actually put a dagger +1 in. That's got to be better than something I've got. It's all a bit random what you have to do though, unfortunately. And they give me 2 gold. Woo! I think we're finished. So that was the end of the first scenario. We'll see how it goes. And then we're now on to... I think we've done it at different difficulties or something here, maybe. We're now on to the poison pill, or that was success rating. I think that's what it is. If you do it really well, you get 3 ticks. If you do it really badly, you get 1 tick. And we got 2 ticks. So we're going to do the poison pill next, and then Black Fang's dungeon. Anyway, there we go. That's first scenario down. See if it's any good. See what the feedback is. Have a good Christmas if I don't see you.